This is Lake Effect on 89.7 WUWM. I'm Audrey Nowakowski. Every year, the Urban Ecology Center hosts a summer camp all about birds. One activity they teach campers is called bird banding. It's a way for scientists to track bird behavior and monitor the health of bird populations. It's done by safely catching, tagging, and measuring birds. Earlier this summer, Lake Effect's Xcaret Nuñez spent the day with scientists and campers to follow this up-close experience. She has this audio postcard for this month's Chirp Chat.
It's a dewy gray morning at Riverside Park, and a team of scientists is setting up a 12-foot-tall mesh net called a mist net. It's barely visible, blending in with the trees. Master bird bander Al Shirkow says birds don't see the net and fly right into it.
This is a lot like fishing. We put the nets where we think the birds are going to be, and we've had good luck at this spot.
Once a bird is caught in the net, researchers measure it and clamp a small bracelet with a unique ID number to the bird's ankle. That identification number helps scientists study a bird's migration pattern, its survival rate, and whether it's breeding. Brittany Peters with the Urban Ecology Center is setting up a bird banding station with all the tools a researcher needs to collect this data.
This is our banding table where we have all of our data sheets, our pile guide, our tools, our bands, and this is our data collection site.
She says breeding bird surveys like the one today take place in the summer, and migration surveys happen in the fall and spring.
We capture everything we can. So the easier things are like the length of the wing, the weight. All of that data is super valuable. It tells us where birds are going, where they stop, what habitat they need when they stop there. All of that we can tell by looking at many birds. So it's pretty awesome.
I walk up a small hill with Peters as she checks on one of the mist nets for birds. She says for many people, seeing a bird up close for the first time can be a transformative experience.
Birds are such a fun and accessible way for kids to learn about the natural world. We can let them release the bird safely, and that is something that most kids never forget, especially kids that grow up in the city. We have some kiddos who have never seen Lake Michigan who live in this city, believe it or not.
And I'm about to find out just how meaningful bird banding can be for kids.
Hey team, you can leave your backpack right here, but grab your water bottles.
A group of 3rd and 4th grade campers has just arrived back at the riverbank. Their teacher, Tori Baugh, explains today's activity.
What did we say we were doing today? Banding. So a band is kind of like a bracelet mixed with a license plate, so it's got a number on it.
Baugh then introduces the students to Tim Bargo, the UEC's Director of Research and the leader of today's bird banding project.
Today's a beautiful day. It's not too windy, it's not rainy, it's not too hot, it's not too cold, and so we're lucky. All we need now is for birds to fly into the nets.
On one of the trips to visit a mist net, the moment everyone's been waiting for happened.
Hey, Tori.
Bird. We
got
a bird. Yeah, we caught a bird in the nets, I think, over there. Yeah, they caught a bird. I really want to see it.
As the excitement builds, a 9-year-old camper named Rose lets her mind wander and imagines all the possible birds in the net.
I'm hoping for at least a robin, because those are like some of the most, I see robins here a lot, so I'm guessing it's going to be a robin. But I mean, I'm hoping for maybe like a red-winged blackbird, but I don't really think that's gonna happen. If we caught a woodpecker, that would be super cool.
Rose and the other campers have been learning about birds for a couple days now. As we approach the mist net, Amanda Tokuyama, UEC's field data manager, reminds students to keep their voices down as community scientist Brittany Peters carefully untangles the bird.
Okay, Brittany is still working on getting the bird out, so she needs to concentrate, so we're all gonna be quiet to not stress Brittany and not stress the bird. And we're not all gonna scream out what the bird is. We're gonna think about it in our head, okay?
Peters gently puts the bird in a small cotton bag. It kind of looks like a pillowcase. and we head back to the bird banding station while students make their initial observations.
It looks kind of like a raven, but I know it's not a raven. It's too small. It's like mostly gray. Maybe like a rusty blackbird or something like that's the name. It's like an eastern phoebe. It's like kind of.
At the banding station, we look at a soft gray bird with a black cap on its head and rusty colored feathers under its tail, and Tokuyama identifies it.
Good job. So we've got a gray catbird.
The gray catbird is a common songbird in North America. Tokuyama holds the bird in what's called a bander's grip, with the bird's head secured between her middle and index fingers. Meanwhile, Peters records measurements and observations about the bird.
Okay, so I'm gonna read Brittany his band number now.
This is that special code.
Band number is 2211.
Peters then clamps a tiny bracelet with the unique ID number around the catbird's ankle. She also measures the bird's wing length and weight. The information she gathers today will be sent to the U.S. Geological Survey. So if this bird is caught again, its ID number will connect it to all the other data the scientists are gathering about the bird's health.
This bird has a brood patch. What does that tell us?
It might be a female. Does it say female?
It might be a female. It's not gonna tell you in your book, but it might tell us in our book.
After the team jots down all of this health data, it's time to let the bird fly free.
We're gonna let it go. Bye-bye, Fluffy. Bye-bye, Fluffy bird.
Anybody else need to get in here?
Bye-bye, wait, no, we're gonna name her Angela.
So let's all
Her
just
name's
put,
Angela or Gertrude?
We're not putting, let's put one hand
let's
in.
put just a finger in. Just a finger. She might go right away. There she goes.
Bye, Angela! She almost hit my hand.
Before 9-year-old Rose ran off to check out the next mist net, I asked her what she thought about this bird banding experience.
It was super fun. I just loved learning about the bird. It wasn't like boring information. It was interesting. It's not like your teacher reading a book at school, just like blah, 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 this about the animal. Yeah, like I had an actual opportunity to truly learn about a bird.
Now that Rose and her friends have seen one up close and even named it, they can't wait to learn more.
We just heard from young campers learning about bird banding from scientists at the Urban Ecology Center of Riverside Park earlier this summer. The story was produced by Lake Effect's Xcaret Nuñez for a monthly series we call Chirp Chat.